Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. So, hear me out. I got my handy dandy LaCroix. Not sponsored, by the way. I'm just trying to drink healthier. You know? I still want the fizziness, but without the soda. Sugar stuff. So today is Monday, which means it is a makeup Monday. I don't think I will be doing the mystery makeup Mondays anymore. I personally feel like that just wasn't truly me. You know, it was interesting to make them. I did get a few Bailey Sarian comments. I don't know if they were good or bad. I don't know. But not even just the comments, like just while I was editing those videos, I felt like it just wasn't me. I felt like I couldn't really express my personality through those videos. And I feel like that's what makes us bond, you know? You guys get to see my personality and we get to like... So we are going out for errands today. So I'm just gonna go in. Oh, I didn't tell you. So I just went in with my e.l.f. Putty Primer. And I am going in next with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Foundation. Is this considered a foundation? I don't know, but I'm gonna go in with that pretty much all over the face. I am gonna have to even out the tone just because this one is a little too orangey for me. All right, so once I have that down, I am gonna go in again with my LA Colors Corrector Concealer. I'm just gonna add a few dots of green just to even out that orangey tone to make it kind of more olivey, you know? I'm gonna be honest, usually when I go out in public, I don't wear makeup. Sometimes I do, but other times I'm just like so busy taking care of Mia that when we gotta go get groceries or something, we're just like, all right, let's go. So I'm gonna go in next with this concealer. I'm not gonna tell you guys which one it is. I am not gatekeeping. I'm not gatekeeping. You guys will have to wait for my Friday video. That Friday video is probably going to be a good video, I feel like. So, you know, keep an eye out for Friday. When I look back at my previous videos, I can tell that my skin kind of looks very dry after I put on my foundation. And I noticed that the other day that I was actually doing my foundation, it's because I didn't add enough primer, okay? Like, not to say that I was being stingy with my primer, but I didn't want to go through my primer so fast that I had to buy more. We're on budget here, okay? But I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I did need to add more primer in my other videos because I would literally just add like because honestly, I would literally add like the smallest bit and kind of like smear across my face. Like for example, today you guys saw how much primer I added to my face, and I feel like that keeps my face actually hydrated throughout the whole like foundation, concealer, and like setting powder, you know? Now again, we're gonna let our dot marinate. I am gonna go in with my Chic Glam bronzer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze my forehead, bronze my cheeks, and I'm not gonna do my nose. I'm not, you know. So I recently figured out that I myself don't really like contouring my face. I'd rather use bronze, and I will add a little chart here of the difference with bronzing and contouring. I'm gonna be honest, I did not know the difference. Like I said, I just started doing makeup, so you know, I thought I was contouring, but I guess not. All right, so I know right now the inner glow is looking intense. It's gonna match my face once we're done. Promise, trust the process. So now I'm going to dab in that little dot and the remaining residue. I'm just gonna add it down here. Now I haven't been shaping my brows recently because I feel like every time I try to, I feel like it just doesn't look the way I want my brows to look, and it makes me upset. All right, so with my makeup rag, if you don't have a makeup rag, highly suggest a makeup rag. I'm gonna go in and just clean off the excess that is on my brows. That way they don't look too ashy throughout the whole video. I'm also going to take off some of the product that is on my lip. I'm not gonna try to take off around my lip. Does that make sense? Just because I feel like if you go too far up, you're gonna take some foundation off. It's better to just cover that up with some lip liner. So before I fully bake my face, I'm gonna go in with this cheek palette. This one has 3 different ones. Actually, should I go in with this one? I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this one. I feel like this one is just a tad bit too dark for me, but I'm still gonna go for it because I've never used this palette. It also, well, I have used this one before for a previous video, but I've never used the cream one nor the highlight. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this palette today. So again, I'm gonna apply that before I fully bake my face. Let's go ahead and go into La Sierra. This is a nude base. Is this supposed to... Oh, actually, it looks way different on the skin than it does like on the actual palette. So I'm not scared no more. I'm gonna add some to my nose. If you guys know, I am definitely a blush on the nose girly. I am gonna bring that up a little bit. Now you guys could probably see that my eyelids are creasing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to keep buffing that out a little bit, and hopefully it don't crease once I set my setting powder. So adding more of that blush. It is okay if you add a little too much blush. We are gonna go in and bake, and usually baking does kind of like settle down the blush, you know? Now we are going in with La Fina, which is this orange blush right here, and we are just going to apply that on top of the cream blush. Now, one thing that I'm not gonna do yet is I'm not gonna highlight my face until the very end, just because I really like that pop, you know? Now, do I look crazy? Does it look like I over blushed? Yes. Like I said, I'm going in with my baking powder. I don't know if I showed you guys. I'm going in with my kimchi cheek one. This is in shade Translucent. So we're just going to dab that on. I like to also put the setting powder on my eyelid. That way if I apply eyeshadow, I feel like it helps apply the eyeshadow so much smoother. When I don't apply powder on my eyelid, I feel like the eyeshadow applies so splotchy. Even if I have eyeshadow primer, or maybe I just don't have the right eyeshadow primer. So with this one, I've seen people literally apply this all over their face, so I think that's what I'm gonna do to kind of set my makeup in place. I've literally seen a video with this lady put this on with no makeup, and it still gave her that blur effect. So imagine what it does to makeup. That little dot that we had marinate, I'm just going to add a little bit right there, and a little bit going down the nose, and we're gonna let that sit. I am gonna go back and try to focus more on the areas that crease. For example, like my eyelids, I'm really gonna try to pat that in. I really crease under my eyes. So let me tell you this real quick before we go into brows. I ordered this pin from ColourPop. Actually, I think it was Ulta because I ordered a few things, and it was only $1. So of course I added it to my cart, right? This is a brow pin, and honestly, I read the color on there, but I was like, nah, it'll be fine, right? I have dark brows, like dark brows. Look at that. I did plan on using that pin for like fake freckles, especially because it's such a lighter brown. Anyways, I'm going in with my Morphe brow pin, and I'm just gonna lightly fill in like little gaps. I'm not gonna go ham on my brows, just because again, I don't really know how to shape my brows. So I'm just letting my brows naturally be shaped, you know. So I'm just gonna go and brush off that excess that was on my nose from the kimchi. Now, I did recently get this little Physicians Formula palette. I'm gonna just dip into the lightest bronze in this palette and kind of put it on top of where I added the liquid bronzer. And you guys already know with the excess, I like to just swipe it back and forth. And I try to avoid the center of my nose. So I kind of just go like that, very lightly with the very little product that is remaining on the brush. For today's eyeshadow, I did want to do a Christmas inspired eyeshadow, but since I'm going out just to run errands, I don't want to have a bright red on my eyelid, especially since it stains. Red always stains, unless there's a red that I don't know about. Since I did set my eyelids with the kimchi, I'm not too worried with actually putting stuff on there. So I'm just gonna go, ow, I pinched So I'm just gonna go in and curl my lashes. So before, I would always try to curl my lashes just by holding down, squeezing really, really hard and expecting the same effect. Let me just show you guys the comparison. So right now I'm just holding down really hard, right? Look at that. And then compared to me lightly squeezing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You see that? You see that? All right, so obviously be careful when you do this. I'm always scared that my hand is going to spaz and rip out my lashes when I have a tight grip on it. But there are the lashes, just curled lashes. Now I'm going in with my half-caked mascara. They did not reach out to me. It's embarrassing, but you know, I really wanted to get you guys a discount since this mascara is, I think, $18. And I know me personally, I probably wouldn't spend $18 on a tube of mascara. At least not yet, because we are on a budget here. All right, so now we are doing the bottom lashes. All right, so lashes are done. I might go in to do a second coat just to get a fuller effect. So for lips, I am gonna go in with my LA Color Gel Lip Liner. This is in shade Rose All Day. I don't know if this actually is true, but I did see that if you draw a line in the middle of your lips, it gives off that fuller, plump, like lip injection effect. I'm not sure if it's true, but I still do it anyways. Well, that's a little crooked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to make this kind of like an ombre effect coming from the inner corners in, just because I am just gonna top a gloss on top. And I don't like to see the harsh line on my lips. Now, if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that this is my favorite lip gloss. This is the Hard Candy Glosstopia, and I think it's in shade, I don't even have the shade, but it's like the peach pink one, you know? And it smells good. And I always apply this whenever I just wear a liner. All right, so now, bless you, mama. Bless you. All right, so now I think we are ready to go in with the highlight in this palette. This is La Reina. I haven't applied it fully just yet, but just looking at it, I feel like it has a good bit of glitter to it. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be glittery highlight or like the cream buttery highlight. So let's just apply that to the tip of our nose. It's kind of the glittery highlight, but it's like a nice one. So whenever you add highlight to your nose, make sure you add it kind of to the tip of your nose. I noticed that if you add it like to the bottom, I feel like it kind of makes your nose look a little droopy, you know? So we are going to apply that to the brow bone. Also, adding highlight to the brow bone when you have no eyeshadow, I feel like still gives off that like effect. So I did go ahead and add some to my inner corner just because I feel like it's just gonna top off the look. And I mean, it did. Look at that. With my finger, I'm just gonna go in with that same highlight, make sure I have a little bit of the product and just kind of lightly tap it on my cheek. I feel like if I go directly in with a brush, I feel like it'll be a little too harsh. I don't know. Just me? I don't know. But I'm just gonna go in with my finger and kind of get a little bit of highlight. Not too much, but you know, it's there. All right, so I think my makeup is done. I am gonna go in with my e.l.f. Stay All Night setting spray. If you haven't tried this, this is a really affordable, good setting spray. Like, it's good. And it smells so fresh too, you know? Now, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair because it's still a little damp, but might just crunch it. All right, so I ended up putting the clip on the back of my head. I feel like it's giving Ariana's like wig moment. you know? I'm probably gonna fix it later, but you know, for now, I feel like it's gonna help keep the hair out of my face and out of my gloss. But yeah, you guys, this is today's look. I'm literally doing this like early in the morning, and I'm gonna upload today at 3. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Sorry I didn't upload a normal makeup Monday last Monday. I just want to try something new, you know? Turns out it's not for me, and that's perfectly fine because like I said before, I started these makeup Mondays so we learn together and, you know, we get comfortable with makeup together. I still feel like this could be a festive look, especially with the lip and then the way that the highlight just kind of like brings out our eyes, you know? Make sure you guys subscribe. I am here for you guys on Mondays and Fridays. Also, if you don't subscribe, you might not find me again, you know? Also, keep an eye out for Friday's video. I am so excited for that one, and I feel like you guys will also enjoy it too. Anyways, I will see you guys on